I practice these things, I do my journeys with them, I have these amazing experiences, and I can't be more enthusiastic about it. It's a pretty important part of my lifestyle. I'm doing other things though. Like I said, I still go to a party, I'll still go to a sporting event with my kids, I'll still play cards, I'll still roll dice. I even went to a casino this year. I'm doing all the normal things, but I have also this other part that is really important and very exhilarating. However, when I do those things, I'm going to say I'm stepping out of this, going about my business. That's me, going about my business, into the more dense plane where we have our regular life. This is running in the background, like my security program. I'm not every step saying, okay, what's my chakras doing? Okay, what's my kundalini doing? But if I get signals or have certain things that go on, I can make very quick, almost subconscious adjustments, I notice, on hindsight. And occasionally, I might have to make, a major adjustment in the flow of day-to-day life. But I'm just saying, discerning what's going on around me, discerning like stress factors, aggression factors, all those things that are happening that normally we don't notice, that are impacting us, somehow they're being assessed through this whole functional system that can work as a semi-permeable, semi-selective membrane system. To make the distinction between how do you utilize all this when you have time, and how do you utilize it when you need to go about your day-to-day dense earth life with earth people, with other human beings, etc. It's kind of like you're flowing into it and flowing out of it, flowing into it, and it's not like you're either doing one or the other. It's not like when I enter into the life sphere, like all the work I was doing is not part of that. It is part of it. It's running in the background. For a while yesterday was this idea of once we activate this light body, it runs in the background. But then when we step out of it, and this goes to the, back to what we have to do day to day, then this, once we've activated, is running in the background, and it becomes something that engages, interacts, evaluates. It's our permeable, semi-permeable membrane that's running at that time. But then our attention is the things that not only we need to do, but we can still enjoy many things that are entertaining on this plane. We can go to concerts. Maybe we can enjoy going even to the store. I don't know, the things that we do, driving a car, going for a drive, all the things that we do. However, our satisfaction of life is not now just limited to those things. The more we have these experiences, actually the more we find our life simplifying. And when you start to go deeper into these activities, I can tell you something. No matter how much you would have materially, that includes no matter how much money you would have, if you hit the big lottery, you would still be doing these things anyway. It wouldn't make a difference in what you were doing in the next month or year, because who you are as a person seeking this enlightenment, this activation. And there's nothing to do with material things creating this, only like what you choose to do with your time. I find that interesting that when I'm doing the work, it's like no matter what I would have, no matter who I would be, I would still be choosing to do that in this moment. So I really actually in that moment don't need anything, nothing. Just a place to sit down usually, but I can also do it when I'm walking. Yeah. So our attention, where it goes, we can split that between, and sometimes we know if, like I mentioned yesterday, and it's usually kind of funny in the beginning, if we're driving a car, our attention has to be more on this concrete plane. But there's other activities that you may be doing, like going to a store, things that are normally seeming mundane. Or let's say you're doing your work, whatever your work is, and if it's body work, even better. You can really go a little bit more and have this be part of it. Things that were more mundane become a lot more interesting. Try it. You'll be really surprised at things that you hold as like, I got to do that. Get that out of the way so I can do this. But when they start to merge and blend, what you're doing is just as good as the other thing that you were trying to get this out of the way to do. And so how you feel time and how you feel your activities becomes less important that one over the other. They kind of all become a continuum. And I find that really useful. I've found that a tremendous relief of stress and pressure for myself.